video. Try this little experiment. I've got a very low-tech language matrix. It's statement on the left, question on the right. Can I share my screen? I'll figure that out later. I'm going to go to ChatGPT and start asking ChatGPT questions about Pashto. Pashto, a language of Afghanistan, if I'm not mistaken. I chose Pashto basically randomly, but I think it's a good sample because I don't know any Pashto. And there's a good chance that you don't know any Pashto. So I can show you how to use the simplest of possible things, a 2-column grid on the back of something, you know what I mean? Like scrap paper. Let's see what we can do with no further ado in Pashto. So if I can share my screen, I would. Oh, I can. I don't even want to. I'll play with that later. I just asked ChatGPT, how do you say hello? And it says salam. How do you say I am Tony in Pashto? You say za Tony yam. Za Tony yam. So in my first column or my first row in statement column, I'm going to put za Tony yam. Do you remember how to say hello? Salam. Salam za Tony yam. You would say salam za your name yam. I like to think of any statement in a language as like a microcosm of the whole language. There's something about the entire language that you can learn from any one. It's like the universe in a grain of sand or something like that. And so we see za Tony yam, so I assume za means I. Tony is the variable. Whoever's joining us here in the chat room could say, oh, za, your name, yam, and that could be your first words ever in Pashto. And yam looks like it must be the verb for I in the first person. I believe there's something Indo-European going on here. I believe that yam is related to the word I am, often like Farsi and Dadi and like those Indo-European languages written in Arabic script have that. Also, we know it's a verb at the end now. So if it's I, Tony, am, then we know that it's I, coffee, drink. Like those are assumptions that we can make about the overall patterns of the language based on that one statement. So if it's I, Tony, am, going back to ChatGPT, what about you, Tony, are? Or you, you're, and so on. Ta, name, yay. I think there's a polite form. I think it's tasso. I saw that. I'm going to learn the polite form. Tasso Tony yast. Okay. So tasso is you. The name is the variable. And yast. So Zatoni yam. Tasso such and such yast. I'm looking for someone named Tony. Are you Tony? Tasso Tony yast? How do you say yes and no? Ho is yes and na is no. Yeah, I am Tony. Ho Zatoni yam. Statement question. Zatoni yam. Tasso XYZ yast. Looking for someone named Joe. Excuse me, are you Joe? Tasso Joe yast? No, I'm not Joe. I'm Tony. How do you say I'm not Joe? You say Joe Nayam. So easy. Look how easy Pashto is. You just put na in front of the verb. Za Tony Nayam or Za Jo Nayam. I'm sorry, you're not Taso Jo Nayast. Now that we know that Na comes before Yam, we should assume that Na can also come before Yast. So you Jo not are? I'm sorry, I thought you were Joe. Taso Jo Nayast. And you go, no, na. Za Jo Nayam. Za Jo Nayam, za Tony Yam. Instant conversation. I wish there was someone here who spoke Pashto and would show what real life instant conversation looks like. But since there isn't, I just have to kind of pretend. All right. Za XYZ Yam. Nice. Here's what you do. Learn to say any true statement. For example, I'm drinking coffee right now. How do you say that? You say za. Os means now. So I now coffee drinking. Drinking is chum. Chum, it looks like. Chum. All right. In my statement column, I'm going to write za os coffee chum. Za os coffee chum. If you're drinking tea, it's probably shy. So you'd say za os shy chum. Chum should turn into second person of drink. Are you drinking coffee right now? Ta che. Give me the tasso form. Tasso che. So we already have enough information to know how to say, it's like an analogy. Look, I am Tony. Are you Tony? Are you Joe? Is to I'm drinking coffee as whatever is what's an analogy. So this is to this as that is to that, right? So what can we figure out? I now coffee drinking, and we know that drinking becomes che for the tasso, you polite form. So you just switch out za for tasso, and the rest is the same. So tasso, right now, os, coffee, che. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing che very good. But we've got two verb starting points here. We've got chum, I'm drinking or I drink, che, you for tasso, right? So I now coffee am drinking, za os coffee chum. First words in Pashto. You, tasso os cafe che. Remember how to say yes? It's ho. So yeah, I'm drinking coffee right now. Ho. Za os coffee chum. Tasso os coffee che. And you either say, yeah, ho. Za os coffee chum. Or you could say, no, I'm not drinking coffee right now. And we already know that to say that something is not the case, you put na right in front of the verb. Just using the pattern. It's predictable. So za os coffee na chum means I'm not drinking coffee right now. Help me out here. Za os coffee na chum. Oh, you're not drinking coffee right now. Tasa os cafe na che, because the na can go right before any verb. Second person, first person. Oh, so you're not drinking coffee right now? Tasa os cafe na che? No, I'm not drinking coffee right now. Za os cafe na chum. Os now, I now. Za os coffee na chum. I'm drinking tea right now. Switch out coffee for tea. Say tea is shy. I believe it's shy. It's always shy. Switch out. That's the variable. So instead of coffee, you could say shy. Za os shy chum. Chum. I'm guessing the pronunciation there. So you're drinking coffee right now or tea? Tasa os coffee chche or tasa os shai chche? How do you say or? Yeah. Yeah is or. So we could say, are you drinking coffee right now? Or are you drinking tea right now? Taso. 2-column language matrix here. Statements on the left, questions on the right. 2 statements so far. I, Tony, am, and I now coffee drink. Converted into second person question. You, Tony, are? Or you, Joe, are? Yeah, no, whichever one. You now coffee drink. Okay. Yeah is or. So are you drinking coffee right now or tea? If you're just joining us, this is Pashto, language of Afghanistan. Totally random. I don't know any Pashto. I'm just using ChatGPT and the structure to figure this out. It's like doing a puzzle. Tasa os coffee nachche. Yuvi, hello. And I'm going to say, no, tasa os coffee or tea. Ya shai. Okay? All right, let's move on. How do you say I speak Pashto? Any statement will do. So it's za Pashto khabarekum. No, khabarekum. Khabarekum. All right. Za Pashto khabarekum. It's like a 2-part verb. Khabarekum. Kiss me one. How many languages do you know? English is, thanks for the comments. Welcome to our little live video here. English is my only native language. Spanish, Portuguese are good. Arabic's pretty good. And then smatterings of others that I do using the method. So this is my ultra simple method today. It's 2 columns, statements, questions, and ChatGPT. This is Pashto. All right, so we've got za Pashto khabarekum. Notice that every statement so far, the verb ends in M. That's a major clue. Yam, I am. Chum, I drink. Kum, as in khabarekum. It's like a dual, like a 2-part verb. Khabare is related to information or inform in Arabic. Khabar is khabara, right? Akhbar, the news. And anyway, za Pashto khabarekum. All right. How do you say I speak a little? Speak a little Pashto now. You say za lug. Lug Pashto. Za lug Pashto khabarekum. Get it? Za lug Pashto khabarekum. Okay. Every verb in the statement has ended in M, and every verb in the statement, well, actually, that's not true, but I believe the pattern is going to be this A, this chche. So if it's speak, I do, or something, khabarekum, that M is the M that it's an analogy. It's a 2-part. It's like this is to this is to this. So kum must be something like kwe or something like that. See, because kum should be is chche. So khabarekum is going to be khabare kwe, something like that. Let's test the hypothesis. How do you say, do you speak Pashto? Ta, okay, taso form, taso is exactly right. It's khabare ka woy, kawoy. Kawoy. It's kawoy. Okay. So we're just going to drop this down. Za, 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 za. Taso, 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 taso. Taso Pashto Khabare. That stayed the same, right? Yep, that stays the same. Khabare Kawoy. Taso Pashto Khabare Kawoy. Polite way to ask someone, do you speak Pashto? Another question in the chat. How'd you find your love for languages? I began learning Spanish when I was about 18 and then went to Brazil and learned Portuguese. And then I joined the military and became a linguist for the Air Force doing Arabic. And ever since 2010, when I got out of the Air Force, I've been teaching languages. Bra is learning Fusha Arabic. Amazing. All right, bra, what's up? Awesome. Fusha Arabic. Nice. All right. I don't know what your level is in Fusha Arabic so far. You can feel free to let me know. But what I'm trying to do right here today in this little improvised self-taught Pashto lesson, you can do the exact same thing if you're just joining us. Statement on the left, questions on the right. Okay. I, Tony, am, you, and so on. Statements. Just learn statements. Learn trees. So far, I've got 3 statements here. Hi, I'm Tony. I'm drinking coffee right now, and I speak a little Pashto, and we're extracting the patterns from the conversation, if you will. All right. So taso Pashto khabarekum. No, kawoy. You Pashto speak. You do no taso Pashto khabare kawoy. So if someone asks me, Tony, taso Pashto khabare kawoy, I'd say, hell yeah. Ho, za Pashto khabarekum. Truth be told, za lug Pashto khabarekum. I'm studying, I'm learning Pashto right now. Is za Pashto zada. No, zada. Zada. Zada, it looks like. Za Pashto Zada Kum. So in our last example, speak kum, it's khabare kum. Here it's zada kum, same kum. So that tells us that to ask a person, oh, are you learning Pashto? It's going to be taso Pashto. You just switch out khabare for zada. The kum is the same. So kum became kawoy. Kum is going to become kawoy. So we already have enough information to be able to say, are you learning Pashto? Taso Pashto Zada Kawoy. So ask me, Tony, Taso Pashto Zada Kawoy? And I'll say, Ho, the Pashto Zada Kum. Why? How do you say why? Just using ChatGPT. Is wale. Wale means why. Wale. I'm going to guess that comes at the beginning. Super low tech. Wale. Why? Why you Pashto learning? You do. Wale taso Pashto zada kawoy. Wale. I'm going to test that. Wale taso Pashto zada kawoy. Make sure that that's right. Yeah, that's right. All right. I'm learning Pashto because I like languages. Because is Zaka Che. Zaka Che. Zaka Che. I Pashto learning and doing because languages I like. Or yeah, za zhabi. Pronunciation. Because zaka che za jbe. Jbe is languages. Okay. And I like such and such is whom. All right. It took a while, but that's right. So za jbe is languages. Whom. Whom means I like. Za. See how this is why it's easy. Za 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 tasso 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 tasso. Instant conversation. I can tell you salam za toniyam za pashto. I'm gonna cheat. Za pashto khabarekum za lug pashto khabarekum tasso pashto khabare kawoy. Ho. I'm learning Pashto. Za Pashto zadakum. Why? Wale, they ask. Why you Pashto learning you do? Wale taso Pashto zadakawoy. And I'll say, oh, I'm learning Pashto because I like languages. Okay? Languages is jbe. Chuchum I like. Languages I like. Jbe chuchum. Za jbe chuchum. I would chunk that in my mind. I want to be able to say I like languages. Za jbe chuchum. Okay, because is zakache. So because I languages like zakache zajbechuchum. I Pashto learning do. Za Pashto zadakum. I'm learning Pashto because I like languages. Za Pashto zadakum zakache zajbechuchum. If I can memorize that whole thing, that's going to be part of my routine. So I'm going to find that Afghanistan restaurant or something and be like, oh, salam. Like walk in there like, salam. And they're like, oh, salam. I'm like, I speak a little Pashto. Zalag Pashto khabarekum. They're going to go, whoa, that's like a lot. Even though it's only one, just like a memorized routine. Kiss Me One is saying, have you ever tried learning Russian or one of the Slavic languages? I've done something like this in Russian and Polish. It's especially helpful for Slavic languages because this way I don't need to memorize, like swim through cases. You just learn to say the things you want to say and you'll extract the patterns. It's just an exercise in pattern recognition, basically. Yeah. So I walk into the restaurant. I'm like, yeah, like salam. And they're like, oh, salam, you speak Pashto. No, right? I'm like, za lug Pashto khabarekum. It's all in my routine. You speak Pashto. Yeah. Taso Pashto khabare kawoy. Na? And they go, ho. Za Pashto khabarekum. This actually happens. We'll do some street videos on this, all right? Well, I'm learning Pashto. That's my next. It's like I know what I'm going to say in my conversation, like with someone in real life. I'll go, okay, I'm learning Pashto. So Pashto zadakum. Want to know why? Wale, you ask? Why Pashto you're learning? Wale taso Pashto zadakawoy. I'm glad you asked. Za Pashto zadakum zakache zajbe chuchum. All right, it's going to take some practice. Like I have to quiz myself. Can I say that? Can I say I'm learning Pashto because I like languages? Zapashto zadakum zakache zajbe chuchum. What about you? Why are you learning Pashto? Wale Pashto. Wale taso Pashto zadakowoy. All right. What's next? I like to travel. Never been to Afghanistan. Would love to visit. Za safar khushum. I thought it was khushum. No, that's different. All right, whatever. All right, whatever. Za safar. That's an Arabic word. Safar, travel. Za safar khushum is I like or I love. So I like to travel. That's za safar khushum. Khushum ends in M, just like everything in the za statement category has. So khushum must be khushe for you, Tasso. Khushwe. Khushawe. No. Tasso suffer khushawe. All right. Tasso suffer khushawe. I travel like or love za safar khushum. You travel like taso safar khushawe. Khushawe. Taso safar khushawe. Taso safar khushawe. Za safar khushawum. Khushum. Za safar khushum. Yeah. Ho. Ho. Za safar khushum. I like it very much. How do we emphasize? How do we escalate that? Za safar. Ah, beautiful. Dear. Dear. How do you pronounce dear? It can be tricky. It's die. Dier. Got it. Dier. 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 Dier means a lot. So where does it go? Za dier safar. Za dier. Dier means a lot. Za dier safar khushum. I very much travel like. Za dier safar khushum. Taso safar khushawe. Khushawe. Taso safar khushawe. Ho. Za dier safar khushum. By the way, I'm just looking at this now. Like, I'm not even trying to memorize this. Sometimes I'll try to memorize, but I'm not going to, like, if I feel like I can't memorize it, then I'm not going to try to memorize. Like, I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm not going to try and fail. I'm not going to try and then end up failing at memorizing right now. Like, if I can remember it, good. I'm already getting to the point where I'm a little bit like, okay, this is a lot just to memorize. You don't need to memorize. I could just have this conversation. In fact, what I need to do is I need to go on Hello Talk, the app Hello Talk, which I actually really like, and set my profile to Pashto. All right, beginner in Pashto on Hello Talk. I'm going to send my first message to someone in Pashto right now. Hadith. I'm going to say, hi, Hadith. I'm Tony. Oh no, I can't send audio until there's 5 messages. All right, so I have to type it. So I'm just gonna write in like English letters, salam, za, Tony Yam. And as soon as 5 messages get sent, then I can be like, salam. So all I'm trying to say here is even though you only know 5 words in this language, start hitting, like, start using it. All right. I very much travel like Zadir Safir Khushum Utasu Safir Khushawe. Um, I don't even know. What else? We're getting near the end for now. Where are you right now? I don't want that. Where do you live? It's ta chere. Chere means where. Say no. Osega. Right? No. Taso. Chere osege. Osege. Thank you. Taso. How do you say I live in Chicago? Osege, Osegam. It should be Osegam. Yes. Osegum, rather. Okay. Za pa Chicago ke Osegam. Interesting. Za is I. Chicago's the variable. You can say New York, Boston, wherever it is. And we need pa and k on either side of Chicago. So it's za pa Chicago k, pa New York k, pa Boston k, verb live, which is o, no, u. It's u, segum. Okay. Za pa Chicago ke u segum. You could say za pa New York ke o segum. The pa XYZ ke o segum. Za all the way down, and all of the verbs end in M. That's the biggest possible, that's like the main takeaway. And then the M in second person, polite form taso, you changes to like A. So use gay or something like that. See that in a second. Right? By the way, we can put na in front of any verb. So you could say, no, I don't live in Chicago by putting na usegum. So I don't live in New York is za pa New York ke na usegum. I don't live in Afghanistan. Za pa Afghanistan ke na usegum. You? Tasso? Do you live in Chicago as well? Tasso pa Chicago ke usege? Yeah. No, osega. It wants. No, it doesn't. Yeah, osege. Usege. All right. Question for you. Tasso pa Chicago ke usege? And you either say, ho, za pa Chicago ke za pa Chicago ke usegum. Or you could say, no, na, na. Za pa Chicago ke na usegum. So which one's true for you? Tasso pa Chicago ke usege? Or tasso pa New York ke usege? Or tasso pa Boston or Afghanistan ke usege? You say, oh, za pa Chicago ke usegum. Zapa Afghanistan ke na usegum, Zapa Chicago ke usegum. Kiss Me One says, look, I got a response. She says, Sanga ye. Okay, look. How are you? Sangaye. All right. How do you say, how do you answer Sangaye? All right. Check this out. Sangaye. This is happening. Kisme says, how do you overcome the fear of speaking in a foreign language? You have to, there's no I mean, it's, I don't know, exposure therapy, or like getting used to it, like body hardening, where just, there's like feeling the fear and doing it anyway, something like that. Okay, got a real conversation going on here. Someone, I believe in Afghanistan, on Hello Talk. She says, Sangaye. So Sangaye is now my questions. In order to say I'm good, I should say za. How do you say good here? Ha. Ha is good. Yam. Right, so check out how recursive language is. I, Tony, am is now I, good, am. It's a small language. You learn one pattern, it's just, okay. So za khayam. How do you say thank you? Manana. Manana. Thank you is manana. So za khayam. Manana. And you is ota or otaso. We'll be polite. Otaso. All right. So if someone asks sangaye, you say zahaya manana otaso. All right. So I'm going to send that message back. Zahayam manana otaso. First conversation. Salam, zatoniyam. Salam, sangaye. How are you? Zahayam manana otaso. It's first Pashto ever. Just building a little routine. Statement on the left, questions on the right, and using it, playing it like a puzzle, like figuring out the patterns. Check it out. Check it out. She says, Za hum khayam. Hum must be also. I'm also good. That's my guess, right? Za hum khayam. Manana. All right. Let's move to voice mode. What can I say? I speak a little Pashto, right? Za lug Pashto khabarekum. Za lug Pashto khabarekum. Talking about the fear of speaking, it's a rush. It's not a fear. How do I sound? Za lug Pashto khabarekum. I'm learning Pashto. Za Pashto zadakum. Samada, darcha. No idea what it means. Says ChatGPT. She says samada dircha. Oh, nah, we know what it means. Dir means very, remember? Because I like very much to travel is za dir safar khushum. So dir kha means, no, kha means good because za kha yam. Right? It's a small language, like the same words keep coming up. All right, so let's Thank you is manana. So I'm going to say thank you. I'm learning Pashto. Za Pashto zadakum. Manana. Za Pashto zadakum. I want to learn Pashto. Za Zaguadam Pashto Zadakaram Krum. All right. Zaguadam Guadam Zaguadam Pashto Zada Krum. That works. Zaguaram Guarum Rum Zaguarum Pashto Zada Krum. Zaguarum must be taso guare. Guare. Taso guare. Taso guare. Pashto Zadakrum. Ask me, you want Pashto learn to do? Taso guare Pashto Zadakrum. And I'll say, ho, Zaguarum Pashto Zadakrum. Yeah. Why? Wale. Why? Why you want Pashto learn doing? Wale taso guare Pashto Zadakrum. And I'll say, oh, I want to learn Pashto because I like to travel. Zaguarum Pashto Zadakrum. Zakache z dier suffer hushum. Take that again. I want Pashto learn to do because I very travel like. Zaguarum Pashto Zadakrum Zadier Safar Hushum. And I want to travel to Afghanistan. She said, Dir kha zadar sada murastra kawai sham. That's ChatGPT. Dir kha zadar marasta kawali sham. What does it mean? Dir kha zadar sada marasta kawali sham. No idea. ChatGPT says, I can do that with you. All right. Za dar sada is with you. Very good. All right. I'm going to make this a new statement. I with you. Za dar sada Kawali is doing Sham. Sham means I can. So I with you do I can. Zadar sara kawali sham. I'm going to say thank you. I want to learn Pashto because I really like to travel. Practice that for a second. Za guarum Pashto zadakrum zakache za dier safar khushum. Manana. Zagwarum Pashto zadakrum zakache za dier safar khushum. Maybe you can help me pronounce that with audio. So I can hear. Anyway, this has been Learn a Language with Me live. Let's recap. Let's summarize. You take a blank piece of paper. Right? Blank piece of paper and divide it. This is different, right? So just totally blank, divide it in half. On the left, there's a statement. On the right, there's a question. And even if you've never spoken even one word of a language before, you can go to ChatGPT and say, okay, let me learn a true statement, simple statement. Like, hi, I'm Tony. I live in Chicago. Or like, I'm a teacher. Or I'm drinking coffee. Any statement works. You put that statement there in the statement column. And figure out how to turn it into a question. You got instant conversation. I learned a lot today. I today, interesting. So instead of za, it's now ma, because ma is I in the past. So you change I in past. Noon is today. So I today, ma noon dirtse. Dirtse is a lot, many things. Zada krul. Kur krul. Krul. Manun dirtse zada krul. Did you learn a lot today? Taso nun dirtse zada kur. You today many things learned. Taso nun dirtse zada krul, Tony? And I'll say, oh yeah, ho. Ma nun dirtse zada krul. Much Pashto. Ma nun dir Pashto zada krul. Concha de Conchos says, any advice getting over the difference of sentence structures like Japanese and English? Yes, absolutely. So it's the same thing that I'm doing exactly right here, first of all. Right? So the question is Japanese sentence structures. What's something we could say in Japanese? Let's say, I want to learn Japanese. I want to learn Japanese. Asking ChatGPT, how do you say I want to learn Japanese in Japanese? Mr. De Conchos, the short answer here is going to be that any one statement teaches you infinite statements. So, like they say in Zen, they say, know one thing, know 10,000 things. Like if you can know 10,000 things from any one thing, is the point. In Japanese, you say Nihongo o naraitai, naraitai desu, naraitai desu. Nihongo o naraitai desu. Watch this. Nihongo o niraitai desu. Okay? The literal breakdown is Japanese o. O means that that's the object of the sentence. Welcome, King Tao, Brazilian Portuguese language learner. Very good. We're talking about how to deal with different sentence structures, like in Japanese. It's the previous question. Okay, how do you deal with different sentence structures? Okay, the long story short is that any one statement teaches you infinite statements, like they say in Zen, know one thing, know 10,000 things. So I took what did we say? I want to learn Japanese. Yeah. Nihongo o naraitai desu. Want to learn is naraitai. All right. So here's one sample sentence of Japanese. Japanese o means this is the object of the verb. I want to learn Japanese. I want to learn Japanese. Japanese is the object of the verb. So imagine that. Try explaining that. O is what does that translate to as English? Like what word do we have in English that means this is the object of the sentence? Like that's how it like there's no word like that. So we don't think of translation, you think of like functionality. How is it working? So O means it's the object. So you just get used to that. Nihongo o niraitai, want to learn. I don't even know which part is I want. Nirai is learn, tai is want. I don't know. Des. How do you even translate? You just can't translate. Like here's the literal translation. Japanese object marker. Want learn is. Okay. So what you do is you find the variable. There's often more than one variable. Nihongo o could be English, however you say English in Japanese. English o, Pashto o, Spanish o, Portuguese o. Niraitai desu. If you put ka on the end of the statement, it becomes a question and nothing else changes. Okay, so this is all the same. Nihongo o niraitai desu ka? So I'm asking you, Nihongo o niraitai desu ka? And if it's yes, you go, hi. Hi, Nihongo o niraitai desu. What about you? Nihongo niraitai desu. What about Pashto? Pashto o niraitai desu ka? Right? You just use the pattern. Just use the pattern to create new. Okay. Yeah, I eat sushi is sushi tubaru. The literal translation is sushi eat. Yeah. For me as a Turkish native for me as Turkish and Japanese grammar quite similar. How do we study the kanji? That's a different thing, man. I don't even know. No, I do have an idea for studying kanji. Learn to read the things that you're learning to say. Like, start with that first. How do you say I eat sushi? Is watashi wa sushi o tabemasu. I eat sushi, guys, is watashi wa. Watashi is I. Wa is, this is the main part of, like, I do this thing. Sushi o tabemasu. To be polite, tabemasu. Watashi wa sushi o tabemasu. Find the variable. Sushi o is the variable. The casual version is taberu. Tabemasu becomes taberu. Watashi wa sushi o tabemasu. Or taberu. Watashi wa burritos o tabemasu. Watashi wa tacos o tabemasu. Add the ka. Watashi wa is I need you. That's anata wa. Da da da. Da da da. Anata wa sushi o tabemasu ka? All right, so ask me, Tony, when it comes to you, anata wa sushi o tabemasu ka? You say, Tony, anata wa sushi o tabemasu ka? And I'll say, hi, watashi wa sushi o tabemasu. Anata wa tacos and burritos o tabemasu ka? Hi, watashi wa tacos y burritos tabemasu. So that's how you handle. Doesn't matter how wildly different the sentence structure is. If you learn one sentence structure of one simple sentence, like I eat sushi, do you eat sushi? You're back to instant conversation. Instant conversation. Anata wa, ask me a question. Let's play the back and forth tennis game. Tony, anata wa sushi o tabemasu ka? Hai, watashi wa sushi o tabemasu. And you, anata wa cheeseburgers o tabemasu ka? All right, we'll do this again sometime.